How you doing?
Still breathing, although with some difficulty here.
I saw some pretty interesting pictures of California last night.
Well, Northern California is getting hammered now. We are, it looks like the surface of Mars or Venus or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I saw last night.
The only good news is it's keeping the temperature way down. We're now in the 70s, and I think absent the smoke and haze and so forth, we'd be probably up in the high 80s or low 90s. So,
Yeah,
but we're just hanging in there at this point. It's just another reason to stay home, and since my wife has asthma, it's particularly
yeah.
serious situation. So
So
I see Jim's there, but I don't see his picture.
there he is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
the pictures I saw of California last night, it looked like a foreign planet. It looked like,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it was just bizarre.
Yep. So at any rate, we're just staying home,
Well,
and
you're probably better off right now doing that.
yeah.
You got
Well,
your rotisserie out?
I'm sorry.
Have you got your rotisserie out?
It's a spare the air day from now on, so we can't do rotisseries at all.
Oh man, I was like saying you got so many fires out there. You need to get your rotisserie and some marshmallows maybe and a stick. Yeah,
Not right now. That would be a good way to get a ticket, but assuming they can find you. But as I was telling Leroy, the good news is it's keeping the temperature way down. So it's like a nuclear winter, where you got all this crap in up in the air and no sunlight getting through. So
well, you need
anyway.
charcoal filters for that, don't you? For the smoke.
Yeah, it would be nice if we had them. Unfortunately, we're just using those N99s. The good news is the HVAC system we have on our house has a very, very good filtration system. It's a combination of physical filtration and electrostatic filtration. So as long as we keep the doors shut, not much gets in. But the other thing that's strange about this is we got ash all over the place. I went out to do something, forget what it was, a couple of days ago, and the cars have ash all over them. The ground has ash all over it. So, in spite of the fact it's a fair way away from, we're quite a ways away from any fires, there's a lot of stuff being lofted up into the, I don't know, stratosphere, whatever, and dropped all over the Bay Area now. So, at any rate, life is what happened. Yeah, there you go. That's
that particular picture. I thought somebody had put a red filter on their camera.
Nope, that's real. That's real.
I was like,
that you can see looking out my front door.
Wow.
Not the bridge, but the
Yeah.
atmosphere. I think that looks like it kind of looks, I don't know if that's the Golden Gate. I think that might be the Oakland Bay Bridge. Let's see.
It says Bay Bridge in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the Oakland Bay Bridge. That's the one that runs across from Oakland to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And actually, that's only half of it because that's going to the island there in the middle, and then there's another batch of it goes beyond the island.
Right.
Actually, I don't know which way they're looking there, but in any case, that's the way it really looks. Okay.
Yeah, well, when I first saw that picture, I said, I thought somebody had put a red filter on their camera. And then I
Nope.
read it and I'm like, oh,
Well,
okay.
there's a red filter on it, but it's in the atmosphere. Okay.
Yeah, the red filter is the sky.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
that's
how you guys doing?
pretty good.
Warm. Warm
Warm?
over here. Yeah.
But
87, 88 today.
How,
I was
how
going to say our sky isn't red, so that's good.
so how warm is it, Jim?
87, 88 today, I noticed.
Yeah.
We got a cold front coming through, so that should help.
Okay.
Leaves are turning yellow, so we're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys get fall earlier than we do. September is typically our hottest month. Um, our September, your September is equivalent to our October in terms of stages of fall coming on, so to speak.
I haven't been out today. Patty's off work and we didn't have to go anywhere. So I've stayed indoors, but I know it's supposed to be 88, 89 out there right now.
Well, I got another little complication. Sunday afternoon, my air conditioning died. And so we got a hold of the air conditioning company that does our service. And the earliest they could schedule us was for the 30th of September. So we're going to be without it for a while. The good news is, as I say, the smoke in the air has brought the temperature down into the mid to low 70s. So assuming that it continues, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah. Our overnight temperatures are around 60, aren't they? Something like that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I don't know where that one is. Let's see. Well, doesn't say where that is though. Oh, you know what? If you play that, I think it shows a combination of various fires in different areas.
And advertisements.
Oh yeah, there's always advertising. Okay.
We have to watch the LA Times. Oh, well.
Yeah, but they cover the whole state, so I mean, it could be any place.
That's the creek fires they're saying there.
Yeah.
That's Mars.
Edison Lake.
No, Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yep. Fortunately, we're quite a ways away from any place that has a lot of timber. We've got a little grass, grassland
Wow.
up the mountainside and to the east of us, but there's a lot of suburbia in between. So knock wood, hopefully we're insulated from it.
Wow. Well, I took your guys' suggestion. Come here, radio.
Yeah, don't drop it.
And it's not perfect. There's still like a little hole here, and it doesn't quite line up quite right over here, but it's a lot better. And I printed out like 4 of these
Wow.
because
Cool.
they just weren't quite the right size. So I make little tiny adjustments, and I finally got it to where I'm happy, and I'm not going to mess with it anymore.
How
Cool.
how do they fasten on the base plate there?
So I just made one stand down and just screwed it down here.
Oh,
And then on this side, it's actually tucked back behind it,
ah,
which was the part where I ended up breaking part of the 3D print to
ooh,
get it to tuck back there. But I am not going to mess with that anymore. I'm done.
okay.
That was an adventure. That was an adventure that it should not have been. It should have been one print and I'm done kind of deal.
How long to print one?
It took about an hour to print one.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And really, the first one I printed was way too small. It was a lot smaller than what I wanted. And then the second one I printed was a little bit bigger than I needed. So I had to do somewhere in between.
Oh, Ken's here.
So
You're looking good, Kenny.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you, Jim. What did you say?
oh, so Art's in Mars and you're on Venus, maybe? You're
Yeah,
green.
where-
You're green.
Where do they have the green atmosphere anyway?
Kenny, you're green.
I know I'm green. Well, what happened here?
I have no idea.
Well, your face isn't green. It's just the background is green.
Yeah, just the background. It's got the same light as always has.
Well,
That's
it's all
Sunset.
right. It's all right. Art's on Mars. So you're on some other foreign planet somewhere.
Mm.
I'm on Pluto, formerly known as Pluto.
that looks like you got maybe one of your colors is attenuated. In other words, the RGB, maybe the R and the B are
There, that's
attenuated.
better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Nope.
Ah,
Still green.
Still
still
green.
green.
He could be like, what's his name? He come in a cappella, voice only.
Mm.
Who is that comes in here? Jeez.
Barry.
Barry, yeah.
I'm surprised we can see Art with all that smoke out there.
Yeah, well, inside the house, we're pretty well filtered, but outside it's a different story.
No, he stopped smoking way back when it's been several years. California guys always smoking, I understand.
Yeah, they did.
Actually, oh, that's
Hey, we-
a big improvement. Now your face is green also.
Leroy, what are you doing to me?
I have no idea what you're doing over there.
He can't mess with perfection,
No,
huh, Kenny?
no, can't.
Yeah, it's hard. Just have to let it go.
Uh, well,
So, yeah? What you been doing, Kenny? Anything
my
interesting?
phone, yeah, there's a lot going on. My phone, I think, is about ready to go.
Which one's this?
It's my G phone, my
Cell phone.
Motorola phone. The speaker is not good.
The microphone.
Microphone. So I took it to the computer whiz telephone guy up there in Monroe. He looked at it, Leroy, and told me no hope. He says it's quite common.
Mine, I had a problem with mine where people couldn't hear me. And
Yeah.
there was, because I carried it around in my pocket, there was a bunch of pocket lint clogged inside of the microphone. And I opened it up and I cleaned it out. And that worked for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. And then people suddenly started to not be able to hear me again. But the problem with doing that was I destroyed part of the waterproofing of the phone too.
Oh,
So it's fixable if you're willing to not get your phone wet.
well, that's
Well-
probably good practice anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably a good practice. He told me that he could open up the phone, that he'd probably have to order the part, that they'd charge me $150 to install the part,
Yeah,
and they
it's
wouldn't guarantee,
not
and they
worth
wouldn't guarantee me if it would work or not.
it. Yeah, it's
That sounds like a bad bet.
That's not,
Well-
you're right.
considering that those phones were probably only $100 to start with, maybe $150.
This thing was, I think it was 225, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, mine was only like $100, but mine had the same problem.
I think we
But-
probably should take one of our drills out of the Black & Decker drill set and try to drill it out.
Well,
Well,
they
The whole
attempted to.
Yeah.
They attempted to do something with it, and he had these little suction vacuum thing going on there too there for a while. So they attempted to do something there without taking it apart.
yeah, but when you're talking about $150 repair plus the cost of the part, it's
Yeah,
cheaper just to get another phone.
exactly.
How old was it?
I think it's getting on to about 4 years,
Yeah.
3 for sure.
How well is the battery doing for you?
Battery's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it'll hold a charge for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No,
For
not
an
bad at
old
all.
phone.
Are the batteries in the Motorola's replaceable?
Some yes, some no.
Okay.
That's a pretty
And the
safe
G5,
answer,
I
there,
think-
Leroy.
Well,
Yeah, I think the G5 is replaceable.
my
The-
new Motorola, doesn't have a replaceable battery, though I suspect that if you could get into the case, you could still replace it. And my old Motorola had a replaceable battery. It was easy to get to. You just pop the case open. So,
So what series is your Motorola?
that one's the G, what is that? It's the stylus. It's the, I forget what, I think it's a G stylus, G plus.
When I talked to him, he said that Motorola is at G modem 9.
Yeah.
But I looked at Republic, I went on their website, and I didn't see any G9s. I saw a G stylus.
That's what that one is. It's the G stylus. I love this phone. It's a nice medium range phone. It's not too expensive. It's got some great features to it. It's got really good battery life. It's a great phone. It's a nice big display. But I would get I would buy a case for it and everything, especially if you're going to keep it in your pocket. But it doesn't have any way to replace the battery or to replace the SD card or any of that. But it's got 128 gig internal memory, so it's pretty good.
Well, that's quite a little bit. You really don't need all of that memory.
I don't. But is that Republic? No, that's Best Buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Republic had it a little cheaper than that, I think. I think I paid $250 for it.
Yeah, I think they're advertising 3 Moto phones, and one was $299, one was $250.
Oh, I am almost positive I bought mine on sale when they were running some sale or something.
You bought it from Republic?
Yeah, yeah. We bought Patty's phone was the Moto G Fast, I think, for $200,
Yeah, $199.
and
Yeah,
mine was the Stylus, and the other one I was looking at was the G Power.
So for a foreigner's point of view, what's Republic?
Republic Wireless is they started off as a Wi-Fi only with cell service, so you could make phone calls off of a cell phone, but it would prefer to switch over to Wi-Fi to be used, and it was only like $10 a month. It was a heck of a deal. And then they got a little crazy, and it's $25 a month now, and you get some data with that plan. And as far as I'm concerned anymore, they're no better off than any of the other low cost places. But I've been with them long enough now that changing my plan to somebody else just doesn't make any sense either. So
Really, they're still pretty much the cheapest around, aren't they?
Patty had that prepaid that Patty had for a while was actually
Yeah.
like $3 more expensive, and it gave her unlimited data. So I don't think it's, you know,
Depends on how much data you use. I don't really
depends on
use
how
that
much
much
data
data.
you use.
Yeah.
So
$200 a year. They're selling a yearly plan now. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you'll actually save yourself a little money if you do the year plan.
But how do you
And
know they're going to be around for a year?
Well, they've been around for 5 or 6, so I guess it's a good
Right.
bet.
Yeah, that's the trouble. If you don't, how confident do you think they're going to be around?
Well, I don't like I said, they've been around for 5 or 6 years. I don't really think they're going anywhere, but
I've got something that could have gone away. That's the Magic Jack. They've been in suits for 5 years.
yeah.
Oh yeah, if they were going to go away, they should have been gone.
Yep.
These guys are pretty stable, I think.
Did you get the or did you see where Republic is also selling these little grand screen voice over IP boxes? So this is attached to my phone number.
Wow.
It's actually free. There's no service. It costs like $25 or $40 for this little box, but there's no service cost. You associate it with your Republic cell number,
Wow.
and then you get the cell phone as the you can use it as a voice over IP from the house.
Okay, well, you kind of do that anyway,
Well,
when
yeah.
you connect Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you can actually use a landline. And the cool thing about this, you could be on your cell phone making a cell call and pick up the landline call and make a call to 2 separate numbers.
Oh,
So
cool.
It actually works independent. That's it. That's the one.
See that, Kenny?
Yeah.
That's what your mom needs right there. She would never know.
Paid. They had a sale. I only paid like $40 for that.
Oh, cool.
Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it because I don't really need it.
Yeah, I'm still using my Magic Jack, but I like the filter thing where you're filtering phone calls.
Yep.
That really works.
Yep. So I've only used that that voice over IP thing twice because I don't make a whole lot of phone calls. But when it went on sale, I figured I might as well grab it while I could. And then I complained to them that they ought to just open that up for anybody that actually has one of those devices. Because I've got 2 or 3 of those grand screen devices that can take 3 or 4 numbers if you put them in there, if you know the settings.
What is that thing? Wi-Fi?
No, it's hardwired.
Okay.
No, that was my other complaint was they probably got their hands on a bunch of old ones because it's an older model that they're selling. It works. It does what it's supposed to do. That's all I can really say about it. And it's cheap enough.
Art, you been into anything interesting?
I think
Yeah, you're muted.
I think Art got a phone call.
Oh. He can ignore it. So what you got, Leroy?
Well, other than my radio thing that I showed you, I'll show Kenny because he wasn't here.
You need to put that on eBay, man.
So I 3D printed that there, Kenny,
Uh-huh.
and it covered it up pretty well. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It covered up that hole, that gap that was there.
All right.
It's not perfect, but it's close. There's a couple of little gaps where I couldn't really get it to curve quite right, and then I broke it a little bit when I poked this side in to hold it in place. But
Need to sell them on eBay. Telling you.
I'm probably the only person in the world that's even ever going to want to do that. But on the back side there, you can see there's a thing that I printed that holds it in place, and I just stuck a screw in there
Ah.
to hold it. And it seems to be working. I'll put it in the car tonight and see how it actually does. And I'm still playing around with some of these LoRa things. I'm making great strides in getting the software done for that particular project. And other than that, Patty's working. I'm driving around and nothing really is happening. And I'm looking at California, at the red skies in California.
Okay, I got something I can torture you guys with. Yeah. Let me get that going. Okay, I got that. I go back over here, and then I do this. We had an event, a seasonal event here. And that is a crystallist.
Oh.
Wow. Pretty.
And that's a monarch butterfly in there.
Yeah.
He's just popping out. He's I need to drag this out of the way. There we go. And there he is, coming out a little further.
No, is that the same one?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
And there you can see the colors there a little bit, the black and orange.
Yep.
And the spots. Actually, this is before. It looks just like an item on the tree. So it's not camouflaged. And then Gail caught this with her cell phone picture. Look at this little beast right there. That's some sort of little critter right there. And his wings are starting to come out. And you can see the orange and black and the dots on the forward part of the body, I think it is.
Vicente's here.
And then that's, hey, Vicente.
Cool.
There he is.
So do you have any milkweeds around in your yard?
Yeah. We have them scattered about. This particular one, what is this one, Gail?
That's a butterfly milkweed.
That's a butterfly milkweed. You can probably see some of the flowers on it earlier. Too many of them. We'll see some later on probably.
Okay.
So there's the chrysalis. When it turns clear, it turns black, and then it turns clear where you can see the butterfly on the inside. And then that's when it popped out, and it's going to inflate those wings and let them dry out. And there it's inflating them and inflating them. And the liquid in his body is kind of big there, you notice. And as he gets bigger, the liquid in there is pumped out into the wings, and he inflates his wings. And after a couple hours, flies away.
Neat.
And I have a picture of him. That's kind of an overexposed. There's one. There's it, and the chrysalis in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And this, okay. And this is the video. There he is right there. And you see it loading. And you see him spread his wings a little bit before, previous to this, you'd see him spread his wings once in a while. And now this one's getting ready to fly away. 26 seconds of flying away. No. That's not much to see. He just immediately flies up and flies away. Not much to it.
Oh, I'm gone.
Vicente, what's up, man?
Hi.
What's up?
Here, tired of working in the garden,
Oh,
the woods.
How's that tree chopper?
Oh, great. I hurt myself,
oh.
but this was with the hand saw, not with the chainsaw. So I was thinking about art. How is the fires in California?
Well, the fires are doing fine now.
They are fine.
We're staying inside.
Wow.
We're a ways away from the fire, but the air quality is really
Yeah.
bad, and there's a lot of ash falling.
How is your wife doing?
She's staying inside, and so far so good. She takes her asthma medicine, and everything seems to be under control right now.
I was thinking of her.
Yeah, thank you. Well, she occasionally does something like take something out the side door of the garage and put it in a trash can or something, and then she has breathing problems from just like 30 seconds outside the door. So she's staying home. I'm staying home. And the house and the cars and the yard and everything are getting a layer of ash all over them. So at any rate, you know, this too shall pass. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Be nice if we had a nice rainstorm, but that's unlikely to happen this time of year.
Yeah, but it's dangerous also to have a lot of rain over the soil without protection, without trees, you know.
Say again?
The soil now will be weak. It start raining with all the trees burn.
Yeah, you're talking about mudslides, but we're not
Yeah.
we're not up on the hill. So
Okay.
fortunately, that's not something that causes us a problem. That's more of a problem down in the Santa Barbara area and in south of LA. So
Okay.
here we haven't had, knock wood, haven't had much in the way of mudslides over the years.
Okay. Well,
So life is what happens while you're making plans.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, a good earthquake would take it all away.
No, unfortunately, it wouldn't. Unfortunately, that would just exacerbate the problem.
Yeah.
Right now, we can stay in the house and there's no issue, and we just kind of turned into hermits. And the good news is that our connectivity to the outside world, knock wood, is okay now.
Hi, Kenny.
The new Kenny phone, the iPhone.
No,
No.
no. I would like to have an iPhone.
Vicente, I saw a Reolink. I was watching Reolink cameras this week, and Reolink has an Argus 2, which is that camera that Steve liked. And it comes with a solar panel for like $80.
Wow.
It's that Argus 2 is a 1080p, and Steve seems to like them okay, but it has the PIR motion detector on it. It's good for about 30 feet, and that might be something you're interested in. For $80, that's pretty cheap. Ain't that cheap?
Pretty interesting.
With the rechargeable battery and the solar panel. Yeah.
Okay, I check that. Argus 2, right?
Yeah, Reolink, Reolink, and Argus 2. I guess they may have bought Argus or something. I don't know what's going on there. The Argus 2 is pretty much a standard. It's the one that you don't view it all the time. You can't, it's not set up to where you view it live. It'll sit there for a month, I think he said, by battery operating. It'll notify you when something moves, or you can go look at it, but you can't just monitor it continuously because it's solar powered. Low power consumption deal.
Let me check.
I have a question. If the 5G network was out there, Leroy, could you connect with your phone?
No. No, my phone is not 5G capable.
5G would be, what are we talking about? $500 to get into a 5G now?
That's probably the bottom end.
Yeah, that'd be the very bottom.
When I bought this phone, I don't remember exactly what Republic said or how they worded it, but it didn't sound like any of their current phones were going to support 5G anytime soon. So
You don't need 5G these days anyway. You don't. I don't use 5G services.
I don't need the speed,
Nah.
the so-called speed. We're down to about 30 seconds or so. I don't know if anybody else saw that message.
Yeah, 23 seconds it says.
Okay.
So we go to the other link.
We go to the other link here in a few seconds. It'll kick us all out and we'll have to go. See you in a minute.